Today, we'll be talking about whether stress reappraisal or positive reappraisal helps socially anxious people during a social stress performance task. So to tell you a little bit about reappraisal strategies first, reappraisal strategies have been found effective to relieve stress for non-clinical populations in performance situations, with stress reappraisal helping individuals reframe their stress as helpful rather than harmful to their performance, and positive reappraisal helping them reframe the situation as more exciting rather than scary to reduce their stress. Reappraisal strategies have also been investigated as possible coping mechanisms for social anxiety disorder. Since social anxiety disorder impairs perceptions regarding their social performance, after using positive reappraisal in their daily lives, people with social anxiety have reduced their symptom severity, but that did not really help their perceived anxiety. So we can see that the effects of reappraisal do differ among clinical populations and non-clinical populations. However, little is known about the comparative effects between the different reappraisal strategies among clinical populations, especially under stressful conditions like a performance. And stress reappraisal has also yet to be explored as a possible coping intervention for social anxiety, so it would be helpful to look into that specifically. So our present research is trying to compare these two different reappraisal strategies to see whether they could reduce stress during performance situations within populations suffering from social anxiety symptoms. So what we did was we gathered 111 UCSD undergraduates from the RADISONA platform. We randomly assigned them to 3 different conditions, either stress reappraisal, positive reappraisal, or control through a between subjects design. And we administered a pre-study survey where they would have to fill out the social anxiety scale to assess the degree of their social anxiety. And we also included manipulation check questions to assess the degree of belief and attention to the manipulation when it was administered. We also measured their blood pressure and heart rate variability data throughout for further analyses later on. And after the study, we administered an emotion survey to determine the specific negative or positive emotion they reported through a slider. So for the procedure, the participants prepared a 5-minute pitch on a startup business idea, and that was after an experimenter would have told them about the positive effects of stress or the positive effects of framing the situation as exciting. The participants will be recorded giving their pitch to the judge, and the participants will also be shown the video after the presentation, and that is where they will be utilizing the slider to report whether they were feeling positive or negative emotions from a 0 to 9 scale, with 0 being most negative and 9 being most positive. So for the preliminary results that we analyzed, a significant effect was found in social anxiety, increasing negative emotions during the pitch, as seen in the first figure within this poster, but no significant effects were found for the manipulation, nor were significant effects found for the interaction effects between the manipulation and social anxiety. I still included 3 graphs to show the effects of the manipulation on negative emotions, but there was no significant effect. A significant effect was found, however, on the manipulation check questions regarding stress reappraisal across conditions, which shows that stress reappraisal did help participants perceive their stress as less harmful and more helpful. We also did analyses on the positive reappraisal manipulation check questions, but they did not show significant results across conditions. So for our conclusions, we can conclude that there were no significant differences between the conditions, which suggests that different reappraisal strategies may not impact self-reported negative emotions. Since we only had one self-report measure of stress used in the post-study survey within the emotions survey, it might not have been sensitive enough to detect changes in stress, and it could also have led to social desirability effects since it was a self-report measure. The inability of stress reappraisal to reduce perceived anxiety is likely due to the ineffectiveness of the strategy itself for this population, rather than its inability to change beliefs, since the manipulation check question shows that it was successfully changing people's beliefs. Null results could also be due to the positive reappraisal manipulation being ineffective, however. Since the study was conducted solely on undergraduate students, the results of the study are not generalizable to other populations, so further research with more representative samples and a more